Gamarteva Sakatvel and the world. I would love to welcome you to the 3rd season of Liberland in Georgia podcast. I'm very pleased that we can be shooting at Girchi TV. Very recently we signed a memorandum of understanding with local libertarian party, Girchi More Freedom, and based on the memorandum of understanding we would love to mutually collaborate and see what we can do for mutual interests. You may also watch one of the recent interviews with President of Liberland, Girchi himself, who was present here in Tbilisi, Georgia, back in October 2023. And today I would love to already welcome you to the first episode of this 3rd season. I invited as a guest Alex Sudadze. Thank you so much for coming. Alex is a cryptocurrency specialist, and he's also called a digital Georgian. How did you get this title, and when was it?
Kamarjoba, thanks for invitation, first of all, and it's very interesting history about it, and I'm glad to be here today. Some years ago, I am traveling on Europe. I traveled on Europe, and when I was in Ukraine on crypto conference, they called me as Alex, but we are a lot of people in this event and a lot of Alex, and one of them said he's from Georgia and he's digital Georgian, and call him, and after them they called, and very interesting name, digital Georgian, and after them I will respond on this name, and now they called me. It's okay for me.
When was this?
It was in 2017.
Wow. And how long have you been in the cryptocurrency industry?
Oh, I am since the time of dinosaurs, 2012.
Wow. Well,
yes,
that's been very long.
Yeah, in crypto and blockchain technology, it's very long because it's the beginning from 2008, 2009, and from this time, it's the history of cryptocurrency and blockchain begins from the white paper of Satoshi Nakamoto. It's 2008 October, end of October, but mainly it begins from 2011, 2012, and the beginning time I was on the first stage, as they say.
Thank you. And would you like to, or would you please bring more context, like on your perspective to the Georgian history of cryptocurrency from your perspective to nowadays, and some sort of briefly what you see as like were some...
About perspectives, I want to say some words about history. Because when we were in 2015, 2017, it was very interesting and good time for Georgia when the world knew us about as a crypto-friendly country. It was 2017 when our Ministry of Justice introduced the presentation of real estate contracts in Bitcoin blockchain, and it was very interesting time, 17, 18, and all the world, when I was on international crypto events, everybody asked me how you could say crypto and government, they are very closed. And it was very nice and beautiful, because Georgia, one of the first countries who begin blockchain technology in government, in business, and now I'm proud that we live in the country where we may be in top 5 countries in the world where cryptocurrency is very popular.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, when you were mentioning this, would you share more details on this? Like to what I know, so real estate, when you purchase this real estate, so this information is also duplicated on as a smart contract, right? Right?
Yes,
or?
Not smart contract. It's like as our Ministry of Justice and the House of, we have a House of Justice, and all real estate documents is archived there. When you change your document of real estate, you will sell or buy it or gift, or it doesn't matter. The owner of this property will change. Mm-hmm. Automatically. The document, changed new document, mm-hmm. will be hashed and hold in a Bitcoin blockchain wall system.
Okay.
And all transactions, all documents, it will be written in Bitcoin blockchain since 2018.
Do you know the motivation behind this?
Yes, it's very interesting because it will be more trustful to invest in Georgia, because when it's written, the document it's in our country, it's written, maybe possible to change closely something in the document and make false. But when you write in Bitcoin blockchain, it's impossible to change, as you know, and every time foreign investors will be sure and ready to invest here in real property or other places when you have real estate, and it will be home, apartment or factory, it doesn't matter, and this land will be yours, as you know in your documents, or as like us in our house of justice and in Bitcoin blockchain.
Okay.
Parallelly.
Thank you for sharing this perspective. Just like getting back to the history, when would you say that the cryptocurrency, from your perspective, like really boosted or started, or what were the first roots here in Georgia? I think you
like it in the world, you know, now it's every time when Bitcoin price is increasing, they say, to the moon, bull run, and like this. Journalists like this moments. But anyway, from time to time, if you see the graph of Bitcoin increasing and price increasing, by the way, on April we will have Bitcoin halving. It is a moment when the mining process will be half Bitcoins in your rewarding. But anyway, price will be increasing, and a lot of people understand what the technology it is, and mass adoption mostly interested in other countries. But as I said, I'm proud that in Georgia you can see a lot of crypto ATM machines, crypto mats like this. We have regulations in Georgia. We have rules about cryptocurrency. By the way, in Georgia we have very interesting rule like as virtual actives. Virtual actives, it's a means cryptocurrency too, not only cryptocurrency but means too. And now our National Bank of Georgia presents the rule, and as I know, all companies in Georgia must receive this regulation document. It means WASP, a Virtual Active Service Provider license, and it will be more legally and interesting for international investors, because our geopolitical place, it's very interesting. It's a border of Europe and border of Asia, and interesting projects come from Europe, and interesting investment and the money come from Asia.
I would also actually mention Middle East, because it's very close to here, and during the Gamify, the largest Web3 conference in the region, there were many people from the Middle East as well, just like to add on. Yeah, that's true.
And as I see last maybe 2-3 years, investors from Asia and projects from Europe, more and more I think in Georgia, here are small offices, here are small co-working centers, and they have very good integration in our country. And as I see and hope in 2024, mostly from China and Singapore and like these places, investors will come to Georgia because it's very interesting place for them. First, we have regulations, rules, and government looking for every companies it must be transparent, and for investors it's very interesting. Will be stable, transparent, and profitable. And I think these 3 points it's very good in our country. When I look on European countries, some of European countries, I think Georgia is more better and higher position on this situation than others, maybe old-style European countries, I say.
I would say that one of the things or the difference is because the new regulation, or there used to be a regulation which was like one A4 page, so it was very easy to read. It was a quick, simple regulation, and I think it was actually very good already because it defined how the government stands against the cryptocurrencies. There are many countries where this is not defined, and then there comes a problem when they come up with something unexpectedly and start defining it and taxing it retrospectively, and some other things which are actually happening in the world. So this is very good for Georgia. I would say that this new regulation that comes into force on the 1st of January for the virtual asset related companies. So it's still a minimum regulation. I mean, like it defines, it stands like, hey, we want transparency, so we want to, to what I understand, they face cryptocurrencies the same way as they face fiat. They just want to have a transparency. There's also, as you mentioned already, pre-evolved infrastructure. There are really many ATMs. If you walk Tbilisi, you will have ATM on every corner, or you will have, I think that now there are more crypto-related exchanges than there are fiat-related exchanges, which is really incredible. Do you think
you can pay by crypto in Georgia? A lot of companies. Yes, in Georgia we have the rule, most and one payment possibility, it's only Georgian lari, but we have merchants who could help other companies, for example, restaurants, hotels, or other services, receive cryptocurrency and exchange in Georgian lari instantly,
yes,
momentarily.
It's one of the most currently most successful startups. It's called CityPay. It's very popular. It got
like
a lot of foreign investment right now. So if you're from the abroad,
a lot of companies. I know 3-4 companies like CityPay. They are integration. They have integration in Georgian business.
And who else?
Yes, some of them I know for. I don't for the like.
Okay. Like it's fine to discuss it. Yeah, it's not the advertising. I think it's interesting. So like.
Yes, and I have information that maybe minimum two companies, European companies, will come with European license, will come to Georgia next year for integration crypto payment. Micro crypto payment, and it's very interesting because in our country it's very popular, and I think it's very interesting directions, tourism business. And tourism business increasing from year to year, especially after COVID. Georgia every year by statistic, and I see real it's increasing tourist business in the investment and the tourist business news and some new directions. And it's very interesting. Georgia is very interesting place, as I thought, for tourists. There's a lot of places for tourists, but most of them it's not so high quality or high level, and we're increasing every year. Now you can see on winter tourism places, it will be excellent. Like as Godavari and Bakurani will be excellent.
Yeah. Getting back to the crypto currencies, do you see like why Georgia, or why do you find Georgia also like beneficial to do Web3? Here some other perspective than just the infrastructure and the regulation, because you yourself are involved in the mining as well, or is there something else that you find interesting?
Yes, like as other countries and other societies, we begin from mining. I was miner since 2012. But now Web 3.0 technology, it means you are independent owner of your wallet. And it's very interesting because I think social network like as Facebook and others, it's a Web 2.0 and it will be changed by Web 3 because your authentication on this network, it will be from your wallet. And it's very interesting, more trustful, more safety, and more popular. Will be, I hope it's after 2 years it will be very popular to log in any social networks by your wallet. Crypto wallet. And so
And
it is a
specifically to Georgia?
Not specifically to Georgia, it's specifically modern technology countries.
Yeah, I
and by the way, Georgia too, I'm proud that we are maybe in top 5 countries where Web3 technology is popular. And in Georgia too. And the nearest 2 years, maybe 24, 25 years, it will be very huge and interesting direction for integration services. I mean, the decentralized services, especially government. As I know, we have the project for decentralizing government services. I hope after 1 year we will hear about it and we will have presentations from Minister.
We'll be happy to help with Liberland.
Yes, and we will have a lot of different businesses with decentralized, with Web3 services. Because as I see, on this 2023, some interesting directions increasing in Georgia, like as Web3 games, Web3 wallet integration in other businesses, like as mobile application, and I hope it will be in 24 and 25 because in the world it's world trend, especially in USA, and I think we have the same level, like as maybe between the level between USA and Europe. And it's very interesting direction. Anyway, we will have in the world, and anyway, we will work in Web3 networks. And I hope Georgia will be in top 5 too.
Yeah, there's a very high integration of the cryptocurrencies, but also like many people usually say that they expect some next startup unicorn coming from the fintech industry here, because like everyone pays with card, even if you go to some local markets. So that's really insightful. Is there something different that you see, like Georgia might have a big, like potential, and that might evolve, and you see that it's already on its way, and a sort of like emerging market, because Georgia is often called like one of the emerging markets?
Yes, I agree with this, but we have a very interesting geopolitical place because we have transit country from Asia to Europe through Black Sea, and as you know, it's a Silk Road project and other projects. It's very interesting international projects. That means some European countries are interested to make these projects, and it will be on anyway on new modern tech services. Otherwise, it's impossible. And I think we have good internet, good education. Maybe between middle of the Asia and Europe, but I think if you want in Georgia study on some good universities, international universities, I mean, it's not problem it's not very expensive. When I look on Europe, in Georgia, maybe price will be 3-5 times less, and you will receive the education like Europe. Yes.
It's very popular to go here, especially to study medicine, because it's a way cheaper.
From Asia countries, a lot of people from Africa, Asia countries, a lot of students arrive to Georgia to receive education in medicine.
Yeah. Do you see some other like specific industries or specific spheres which might evolve, or you see yourself that they might evolve? It may be in Web3, like, do you think that mining will be more popular, or is there something new else, like beside what you already mentioned?
Mining, it will be like in the most of world, I mean normal countries where were not rejected mining, but it's very interesting sphere of investment. It's energetic. I mean green energy in Georgia. It's very big potential, and we work in some different projects for green energy, and one of them is tokenization of green energy in Georgia. We have very interesting project. I don't want as advertising, but
no, like mention it because you're involved into it. Yes. I remember your hydroelectrical.
And we have, as you know, Georgia is a mountain country and a lot of small rivers. And when we build a small hydropower station, it's very green, and not make problem with ecology and everything. And as you know, our government signs a contract with Europe. Through Black Sea will be the cable, electricity cable, send the electricity from Georgia to Europe.
Wow.
I hope in 2 years it will be ready, maybe 3 years, but very big international companies are interested on this project. And it's very big geopolitical confirmation from Asia, especially from China, and confirmation from Europe too. And it's very important for our country.
Do you see something else that do you see where Chinese companies are mostly interested in Georgia? That would be interesting.
By the way, since 2014, 2015, when we have young Olympic Games, as I remember, Chinese companies, a lot of Chinese companies in Georgia, especially in the district in Tbilisi, it's Hualing, and it's a lot of projects, interesting people, a lot of businessmen every month come from China here, interesting, make the roads, some government projects, of course, and I think they are very interested.
And are there some specific segments where they might be interested? Or where you
yes,
see that
they are interested in modern technology one, energetic, and buildings, apartments, buildings, the roads, everything.
I saw them buildings.
Yeah.
Okay, it is very interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Maybe is there something else that if someone comes to Georgia for business, what would you tell them?
First of all, it's a very interesting place for connection with international projects, because we have a lot of international projects. When you go to co-working places, and by the way, after COVID we have a lot of co-working places, international co-working places, you can meet with some different companies, representative of these companies, international companies, and they're working here remotely, and they are working here maybe 1-2 years, and additional other companies looking to Georgia. And they think, as I discussed with them, they think to have here some small representatives, 3, 5, 10 people, employers, here for long-term conditions. For long-term, I mean 1-2 years minimum. And it's very interesting because, as I see, Georgia will be the techno hub in Caucasus, Caucasus region.
Nice. Okay, thank you so much for coming today, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again, most likely in a week. Take care.